Welcome to Most Loved Wrestling, the place where wrestling is most loved. SmackDown 19th of July edition has concluded. Nothing groundbreaking happened, but that doesn't mean that it wasn't a good show, because it was. And now I'm here to present 5 superstars as MVPs. But before I do so, leave a like on this video, subscribe to my bullshit, and hit the notification bell. It helps with the algorithm. So if you like what I'm doing and believe that the world deserves to bear witness, then this is how you can make it happen. Now this is a wrestling show, so as per usual, we're going to start with the wrestling. Melo missed his shot, but Andrade got nothing but net. Bianca Belair rolls up Chelsea Grid. Meechin takes advantage of Bayley's distraction to ring the bell on Tiffy time, and the team of Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens put down A-Town Down Under. Other developments, Fury and Waller blame Cody Rhodes as the reason why Austin Theory got whacked by Jacob Fatu last week. So they tried jump, but Terrence Bud Crawford, he knows the effectiveness of a steel chair in the wrestling world. Actually, in real life too. Cody tells Nick Aldis that he wants them tonight. Nick Aldis says, only if you can find yourself a tag team partner. A tag team partner which ends up being Kevin Owens, despite the warnings from Tribal Chief Solo Sikoa to the entire locker room. Nia Jax and Bayley have a sit-down interview. Nia says that everyone should feel sorry for Bayley come SummerSlam, because look at me and look at her. Bayley fires back and says, you took me out in SummerSlam previously, but that wasn't because you're so dangerous. That's just because you're big, you're clumsy, and you're reckless. Bayley later on distracts Tiffany Stratton in her match with Meechin, takes out Nia Jax with the briefcase, which she then goes on to destroy. The Unholy Union sound like they're trying to duck Jade and Bianca. Logan Paul signs the contract for SummerSlam after winning the verbal jousting. He then tries to take it a step further by jumping LA Knight, but Lord knows that didn't work. He just about avoided a BFT. Next week we've got 3 matches scheduled. We've got a tag team turmoil, LA Knight versus Santos Escobar, and Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton versus Bayley and Meechin. My thoughts on the show: they're doing a good job of promoting the future. They're setting up Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes well. They're now making Cody Rhodes take a closer relationship with Randy Orton, saying that you took out my brother. That's definitely going to be one that they're going to be using in a promo package for that rivalry. Whilst I knew that KO was obviously going to be the tag team partner of Cody Rhodes, I wanted somebody else. I wanted something different. And that's just because I wanted to be surprised, but it had to be KO. They already took out Randy Orton. Now it's time to take out KO to sell that fact that the Bloodline are dangerous, making them take out 2 of the 3 top babyfaces on Friday night. I like Logan Paul as champion, but that match with Andrade and Carmelo Hayes, that tells us that we need the US title back on show. And there was no table for the contract signing. Is that a case of Nick Aldis don't care about it? Or have we all learned from our mistakes that every time there's a contract signing, people get put through the tables? And Logan Paul definitely won that promo battle. It's hard to come back from your gym bro with a spray tan with a catchphrase trying to be The Rock. And it's clear that only Logan could do LA Knight like that on the mic, because Santos got absolutely murdered. I like the fact that Bayley blurred the lines between reality and kayfabe. Nia Jax was clumsy back in the day, she was reckless, and she was injuring folk for real. I was thinking, why has Tiffany Stratton still not pimped out the briefcase? But it's definitely going to be here next week. As I said, Bayley destroyed the Money in the Bank briefcase, so it's clear that this is a plot device in order to make it have a bit of context as to why she's got the new pimped out, blinged out briefcase. I'm so glad that Meechin continues to get TV time. That's something I never want to stop. Even more glad she took a victory. Tiffy's one of my favorites, but it's worth that sacrifice. Naomi is not on the show. See, this is because she's not being featured with Jade and Bianca. She's no longer Bayley's sidekick. Meechin took that shtick from her, and I know that she's got a beef with Blair Davenport, but you see that? Neither Blair nor Naomi was featured on this episode of SmackDown. That could have all been avoided if you just kept Naomi as part of the big 3. All of it could have been answered. And while I'm there, the women's tag team division, at least on SmackDown, is losing steam. On Raw, I'm going to be honest, it's fine. I like what they're doing over there on Raw. But on SmackDown, I'm going to be quite honest. We need Bianca and Jade back on them tag team titles. It's what's best for business. And speaking of tag titles, the tag straps, tag team turmoil. The Bloodline are going to win that, and they're going to dethrone DIY. Now it's time for the MVPs. In 5th place, I'm going with Bayley. She called out Nia's previous transgressions as she injured her for real, told her she's big, clumsy, and reckless. Then she went full edge mode on Tiffany's briefcase. Absolutely love it. In 4th place, I'm going with the Bloodline. Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu have just been so good. The Dark Room promo, that goes too hard. It's a stark contrast to Roman's backstage promo style. And not to mention the murders of Cody Rhodes and KO. The only reason why it doesn't rank higher is because they pretty much done the same thing last week, and it was predictable that they were going to do the same thing this week. But predictable doesn't mean that it was bad. It was the right thing to do, it was good, and it was executed well. In 3rd place, I'm going with LA Knight. Him and Logan's contract signing was one of the best things of this episode of SmackDown. They was absolutely cooking each other, they was absolutely ripping into each other. The only person that I could see hanging with these two in the trash talk department is Zelina Vega. Number 2, I'm going with Logan Paul. The winner of the roasting session obviously ranks higher than the loser. And that gym bro with a spray tan with a catchphrase pretending to be the Rock 9 was absolutely ranking and out of order. That shit was just unholy. And the MVP of the show, none other than our WWE Undisputed Champion, Cody Rhodes. This show was about him. And I know, he's the WWE Champion. It should always be about him. But the truth is, it hasn't been. For the past 3 weeks, I would say it's been about the bloodline and showing the danger that they present, and showing that Solo Sikoa is now the tribal chief, not Roman Reigns, that he's usurped him. Where this episode is about Cody Rhodes standing up to that danger and fully realizing the depth of the threat that's in front of him. They took out Randy Orton, his mentor has been removed, and then having to watch the same thing happen to KO this week. It sounds kind of mad. It sounds like I'm saying he's made the MVP from being a victim tonight. But understand that's not what I'm saying. Wrestling is storytelling. It was storytelling at its finest done here, and that's why Cody Rhodes is the MVP. Plus, next week, I know that man's going to be on smoke. The same way he came out today, and he had his t-shirt on and the sweatpants, he's going to come out like that again next week, and this time he's going to do some violence. So Cody Rhodes, congratulations on being the MVP for this week's SmackDown. Thank you for listening to my bullshit. Don't forget to leave a like, remember to subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below.